So I think Heathmont just, but I'm looking forward to a really cracking game.
Indeed, players currently moving into their positions. Joining us at the call team today, it's great to welcome back Louis Bolzomi. How are you going, mate?
Oh, Damo, great to be back and getting ready to just slip straight in and pick up where I left off last year. It's been a long time between drinks to be part of the EFL broadcast with the great crew out here today at H.E. Parker Reserve, and we are underway here in the opening term between the top of the table sides in Division 3, Heathmont and Park Orchards. And it's the Sharks who get the first clearance away. They go inside at 50. Diving in there for the Sharks there was Roland. Didn't quite pick the ball up. Goes back in once again, along with Jonathan Knudsen. Ball spills now at the back there to the coach and Jared Bayless for the Sharks. Gets a clearing kick out of the fence towards left half back. Sharks maintain possession here. Handball back. They just corralled into their defensive 50 once again. Good pressure here from the Jets, and they cause a turnover as well. And it's Brent English who trots in with the intercept. Swings around to the left boot without any hesitation at all. Good spoil here, about 25 from goal. Brought down is Liam Douglas in a good wrapping up tackle, and we'll get a ball up 30 out from the Heathmont goal. Kicking to the left of the screen if you're joining us on the live stream on efl.org.au or the Heathmont Road end. Ball thrown back up here. Again, a big flurry there for the Sharks. Trying to get it was Gearlings. He goes back in again. Bayless also involved. Still not coming out there, and the umpire will call it back once again to throw it up as I welcome the great man, Ben Warren-Smith, BWS, to the broadcast today.
Thank you very much. Great to have you back at Louis Bolzomi today, riding shotgun today. Nice little handball then by Jager to get the handball away. They're trying to get some space here through Whitnish. Little handball, the old one too. On the left now for Park Orchards, out towards the wing position. A one-on-one contest in shoes. Couldn't quite bring it in, was fair, but he had the poise to trap the football up towards the half-forward line where Hanley will swing around there. Probably 2 kicks from home, but it doesn't work that way when you kick it straight into the man on the mark. It's a sea of Jets here up towards the half-forward line. Bouncing football going towards the way of Savoury. He overran the football. He in there was Brown as well, but nicely mopping up there by Bayless for the Sharks on the right boot. Kicks it up with a little bit of space there from High. Got the handball away. He's fair up towards the half-forward line now. Nice fist on the football there by Dylan Sferns on the left handball. Put his teammate under a fair bit of pressure there in David Knowles, but he was up to the challenge to try and hold the ball in. It's a hot football early in this piece. It's the top of the table clash. Division 3 football at its best. Now it's Wiggins on the left boot. Couldn't quite hit the target there in Folkes, but he got the handball away. That was good play. Park Orchards looking to go forward. The handball goes back to Fair. He's had a few touches early up towards the top of the goal square, and that's exactly where you want to be, playing in front. And a strong mark's been taken by Matty Nicholson, who'll no doubt go back and put through the Sharks first on the board.
I think what we've seen already is exactly the style of football that we're going to see for the day. Park Orchards run, use the football really well, put it into dangerous positions, and their drive from their coach in the back half, they've got to make sure Heathmont, they don't let him free.
Well, this is just bread and butter for Matty Nicholson. Straight over the goal umpire's head it goes. Bendigo Bank scoreboard 3 minutes into the first term on EFL game day, and it's the Sharks that lead by 1 straight kick.
Well, certainly a really good start for Park Orchards, and I just love the way they run the football.
It's cross down boundary side to Brett Beston.
Thanks, BWS. Yeah, perfect conditions for footy after this morning's rain. It's all cleared up. It's very nice down here. The ground's actually dried out well. There's a bit of sun around and very pleasant indeed.
So first blood drawn by the Sharks, courtesy of Nicholson. 19th goal for the season. A big game in round 1 against South Belgrade where he booted a lazy 10. So certainly knows where to find them as the Rucks go at it once again. Give that tap out there to Naina for the Jets. No pure clearance on this occasion, but it might go the way of Park Orchards on this occasion here. The handball was a little bit astray there. It's still very tight in the clutches here. Terrible kick going forward there for Heathmont, but eventually it's picked up by Jonathan Knudsen. Gets the handball back there towards Naina, and now they're clear. Driving ball forward, just falls at the feet of the leading player on that occasion for Heathmont. Now picking it up there is Finn Brown. He's the set upon, but he gets the handball away just in time. Turns it over, however. Nathan Wiggins now for Park Orchards. His handball, not pretty, but DeJager should be able to clear away, and he does. Although that kick there, just at the half volley feet attempt there for Nicholson. Good gather, though. Great composure there just to get that one back up into possession. But the kick doesn't find Benjamin Hayde. It trickles over the boundary line and will get a throw-in over on the far wing.
I love the work of Brett English there out of the centre. I think he's going to be very crucial in and under. He always extracts the ball and starts Heathmont off in a blaze of glory in terms of making the transition forward.
So Chappell to go up against Naina. Naina got the tap down that time, Soupy. Nicely done by Nicholson, got the little handball back. The Sharks have numbers across the defensive arc. Using the far side of H.E. Parker Reserve, both sides early in the piece here. Cornwell did well, got the handball away. Now it's the Jets' turn to go forward. Strong mark there by Tommy Rourke. He takes it, lace out, switches the play into the middle of the ground. That was okay, getting down. English uses his favourable side of the left. He's usually a beautiful user of the football. Bounce Burrell, who wanted to take off, probably the wrong option that time, goes inside forward 50. Nicely done there by Savoury. He had to work hard for it. Kevy Clark goes down in the long sleeves as usual. Scotty Rowland over the top of him. In support, Finn Brown. And we'll have a bounce 45 metres out from the Heathmont goal line, trailing Park Orchards by one straight kick. 5.5 minutes into the first term.
So inside 50. Trying to get it there with Savoury, but he didn't win the tap out there. However, the clearance goes for Heathmont. Just sort of waiting to see whether that ball was going to bounce in his favour was Haythorn, and as a result, he wasn't able to take it. And he elects to go for the 50-50 kill over the boundary line for a throw-in. Probably could have had a bit of a better attack on that one, Haythorn, but in the end, though, hasn't cost them a score just yet, Park Orchards. From the throw-in, good tackle there laid by Tom Ferry. He's been busy early, as has Brett English. They both have a little bit of a how-do-you-do as they get up. Actually, it's Regan Davis, I should say, who came up with the footy there. They have a bit of a how-do-you-do, the two number 9s, and we'll get a ball up. English there waiting down, but the tap there from Abdul Sezi. Back into the hands, though, here of Jared Bayliss. He's been pretty busy early as well, the coach of Park Orchards. Kick out wide is safe, and the mark there taken by Jay Whitnish. So Whitnish now, left half back. Short pass in again. This is good steady football here for Park Orchards as they go forward. That's Wiggins, the kick, and he now can release Prosnak. So Prosnak driving ball down the line towards left half forward in the hands of Folks. Folks there wrapped up. Good tackle by Dylan Sverns. Ball now turned over back into Heathmont's possession. However, they can't make any full use of it. And the ball goes back over the line and out of bounds, centre wing, opposite end of our broadcast position. Heathmont haven't scored yet, and we've gone just over 6 minutes in this opening term. Park Orchards, 1 straight 6.
Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. 98.1 Radio Eastern is streaming live around the globe. EFL.org.au. Double fisted there by Josh Chappell there. Got it away now. Park Orchards a chance to go forward. Strong tackle there by Regan Davis. And he's going to be rewarded for it as well. That was an absolute pearler. And just outside the centre square here, the Jets have a chance to go forward. Screaming for players to present. So it'll be Davis on the left boot, inside forward 50 over the back. Aberrees couldn't quite pull the mark down. Right near that Bendigo Bank scoreboard, goes after it again, lays a strong tackle, and over she goes for a boundary throw in.
They've already got the intent there, Heathmont, with their tackling, haven't they? It's been really strong, solid tackling so far.
Pye throws it in, nice knock down there by Savoury at that time. A lot of players around this football. Hitting the deck was Rowland. Kevy Clark right on top of him. We love watching Kevy Clark at H.E. Parker Reserve. He's a goal sneak at the best of him, Stephen Milne style. Umpire throws it up. It came out Chappell. Got the big knockdown that time. Running after it there was Schmid. He hit the deck. He's going to probably hold it in over the top of him, Ryan Young. Pye says, give it to me, boys. We'll have a bounce 55 metres out from the Jets goal line. They lead by 1 straight kick, Louis.
So can the Jets square the ledger here from the tap out? Rudy Hunt picked it up cleanly the first time there, but the second attempt, though, wasn't so good. It had dispossessed, but in any case, the Sharks do clear it out of defence. It could come back with a bit of interest, though. That tackle may have gone a little high on Smee, but the umpire said no, it was fine from Alan Pettigrew. And as a result, we're going to get a ball up left half back here for the Sharks, who lead it by that 1 goal to Matthew Nicholson back at the 3-minute mark of the opening term.
Grant Campbell, thanks to Choose Tap Match Stats, 7.5 minutes into this first term.
Inside 56-2 in favour of Heathmont.
So Jared Spurrell back into the lineup today, gets the kick away, doesn't hit Knudsen on the chest there, but he's still able to have time to get it inside the forward 50, off hands. Back in possession here for Park Orchards is Geelings. Geelings now has 3 players to choose from. One of them is Whitnish, and he had plenty of support there too as he brings that ball up forward. Good transition here for the Sharks. Nicholson has it, just lost his footing there at the crucial moment, and that allows Regan Davis to get involved. He puts the tackle on Wilson, I should say, and he holds it up nicely, and will get a ball up just between wing and left half forward for Park Orchards.
Pye throws the ball up now over the top there, folks. Almost looked like he got over the shoulder. Umpire said all was fair And we'll have another bounce. It's a quick tempo of football at the moment.
Super quick, and I like the way that Park Orchard's moved the ball in the forward line. They just haven't been able to hit targets. Heathmont have been a little bit erratic moving the ball forward, a little bit hit and miss.
So a little fresh air shot there by Davis. Dispossessed of the football. We'll have a bounce.
That was a timely stat too from Soupy, because Heathmont have had all the running in terms of inside 50s, and yet perhaps the Sharks clearing it a little bit too easily.
So Park Orchards to go forward. The quick kick from the stoppage goes right to the top of the goal square. Big fist over the back there by Jakey Sheriff. And he, did all he needed to do. He got probably 20 metres on that fist, and will have a ball up as David Sindri hands the ball back to the umpire. Still, though, pretty deep inside the Park Orchards forward line here. And Stacks on the mill will not really be a quick wrap-up. Nice little hug going from a few players. Big fist there by Naina, got the ball away, but straight into the arms of Wilson. Couldn't quite trap it, but gave the Donagi, got the handball away to Hunt. Now they got the quick kick up towards centre half forward. Park Orchards going in hard. There was Bayless, got the look away. Nicholson, little handball. It looked like he had a runner going right after him, but it was dispossessed. Knudsen, he goes in after it, and Al will hand it back to the umpire.
They can't allow Bayless to be left alone outside that wall area, because his kicking will bring the ball right into the goal square. And they've now matched him up, but that's really important positioning for Park Orchards and Heathmont at this stage.
It's definitely Knudsen. We've gone about this for about 6 years now. We've got clarification from the mother and Brad Henderson, which we should have backed in to begin with, as Douglas kicks it out now, looking for Savoury, who just runs the ball over the boundary line and out of bounds.
No such thing as a silent code.
Apparently not. Apparently not, Damo. Umpire throws it back in. Yes, I agree with you, Giggles. He is a special K. There's no doubt about that, as it comes into the arms there of Josh Chappell, with a fancy-looking man bun all about him, as well, as he goes up towards the half-forward line. Ball knocked away now. The Jets have a little bit of space here. This way, that way, kick smothered right near the cricket nets, if you know the ground well, and we're over the boundary line and out of bounds. It's Bendigo Bank scoreboard, 12 minutes in to this first term, and it's Park Orchard. Nicholson, he got the first goal in the first 5 minutes. We haven't had a score since in the last 7. It's a hot-tempo game of footy, Louis Bulzomi.
So it was Chappell and Nano up in the ruck on that occasion. Quick kick forward here for the Sharks, courtesy of Price Inglis. They haven't been able to add to their opening goal from Nicholson early, despite having a bit of more of a run of play against the Tide, you would think, in this opening term. Heathmont certainly have had plenty of their football in their forward 50. But at the present time, just the one score for either side. Naina with the tap that time for the Jets. They do get the clearing kick out of defence. Good mark. Brilliantly done over the top. Is that Hollands, I believe?
I believe it is so.
Number 47 there. Mark that down, your Eastern footballer. His kick now up the line, just out of the stretched hands of Finn Brown. Did everything he could to take it, but unfortunately probably needed a couple extra inches on his body to grab it as it goes over the line and out of bounds. So still just a solitary goal.
Everyone could do with a few extra inches, Louis.
That we can, especially in the winter months, that's for sure. As we take it back in the hands of Geelings for Park Orchards. His kick is out wide. Just off hands here. Coach has been very busy so far in his first term. Jared Bayless, one way, then the other. Kick up towards left half forward, off hands. And the ball will trickle over the boundary line before Ben Fisher has the opportunity to keep it in play.
It was a 2-on-1 contest.
Yeah, and I think what's happened is that the Heathmont are pushing back, really creating the +1 well. They just got to lower their eyes a little bit more, Park Orchards.
Naina went up against Folks. Folks got the knockdown. Smead trapped it, couldn't release it, but Wiggins did. And eventually they go goalward here. Park Orchards just pushed it to the right-hand side, through for a minor score. That's the first blemish of the afternoon here on Division 3 EFL game day. And it's Park Orchards. They've had all the scoring. 1-1-7. Heathmont yet to score.
Clearances 12-5 in favour of Park Orchards, thanks to Tuesday.
And I think they've cleared the ball well with their hands. Their hands below their knees have been very, very good today so far, Park Orchards. I don't think Heathmont have got into their stride yet. They've just not got a flow about their game as yet.
Good swooping handball by Dylan Ferns has released Heathmont here up towards right half forward. On his own is Savoury. Savoury's kicked down to the top of the square. It's a good one too. Oh, Kevin Clark probably spent it a little bit before he earned it. The perceived pressure was good from the Park Orchards defence. He goes at it again. Just loses it though as he attempted to try and do two things at once. And eventually the ball is wrapped up and we'll get a ball up at the edge of the Heathmont square. Kick it to the Heathmont Road end here at H.E. Parker Reserve, looking for their opening score of this first term. And from the restart, we don't get much action from that, and we'll get another ball up in the same area.
Not often Kevin Clark drops a mark like that. He had Rowland facing the opposite way, which might have been a little bit of a put-off for him.
So we restart again. And
I think that's going to be a great contest, isn't it, that one? I think Rowland and Clark. Rowland was really impressive the last time we saw him, and Clark can be super dangerous.
Pye throws it up, sorry Louis, as it comes in now, and well, we'll have a bounce right at the tip of the goal square for Heathmont. Can they get their first goal? They'll be looking for a 6-pointer, there's no doubt about that, but there's 12 players to get around this one. Who's going to be able to get a clearing one? Going in hard there, Scotty Rowland. He copped one for his troubles, and put your head over the football. You should be rewarded, and he is just that. He's got the switch happening in Galings if he wants to use it. Instead, just to annoy us commentators, he'll go out to the far side of the ground, as both sides have been using right throughout this first term. 16 minutes gone now on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Park Orchards 1-1-7 leading Heathmont, yet to score. EFL Game Day, top of the table clash. The Sharks versus the Jets out at the hangar. H.E. Parker Reserve comes down. Prozenak now on the left boot for Park Orchards, up towards the half-forward line. Bouncing football. Nicely done there by Ferns. Got the little handball over the top. That's okay. Had a little bit of support there. Sorry, that was Ferns that time who came charging through. Little knock on there by Prozenak. That worked out okay. Folks got the handball back. Now the Sharks will go forward. The kicks are scrambly, but they're still gaining that meterage. Inside forward 50. Overrunning it there was Handley. In there is Nicholson. Got the handball away. Oh, they've linked up okay. This is fantastic. Prozenak just runs in. Well, that's teamwork at its best. It certainly wasn't pretty, but they just kept pushing the ball forward and forward, and that is fantastic momentum there for the Park Orchards Football Club. 2-1-13 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, leading Heathmont, yet to score. 17 minutes gone, Damo.
Yeah, the persistence really does pay off, BWS, and that was exemplified right there, Davo. Perhaps not as free-flowing as you would like, but maybe with more conviction compared to Heathmont.
Well, look, I think at the moment, I think Park Orchards are worrying Heathmont with their pace, and I think they're worrying them with their ability to just hands up and continue to run. They're not going back into their shells, just running and running and running, and that was persistence and great hands to win that time.
Cross down boundary side to Brett Beston.
Yeah, he's a bit of an unsung hero, Michael Prozenak. Of course, the big boys, Handley and the other guys get all the kudos, but he can often just jump in when no one's expecting, as he did there.
So the Sharks will look to build on this momentum there from that goal to Prozenak. The clearing kick out of the middle by Philp goes inside 50, deep into the right forward pocket. Jets under all sorts of pressure there, but are able to get the ball over the line and out of bounds in a nick of time, courtesy of Jake Sheriff. Just on ground last week against the Basin and the week before against Ferntree Gullies, in ripping form coming into today. Has been a solid contributor all season. The throw in, quick snap around by Folks. As it worm burns, but as far away from the goals as you can see. We got a bit more excited than what the credit was worth on that occasion. The ball back over the line and back out of bounds. In the right forward pocket, had my Malcolm Blight moment there. Congratulations to him with being a legend of the Australian Football Hall of Fame this week.
Yes.
From the takeaway, that's Knudsen, Alistair Knudsen, who gets it away now for Heathmont. They go through the middle. This is a good, promising build-up here. They're going to switch play now to the grandstand side, the clubroom side. Kick now from Douglas, inside 50, to the advantage there of the leading target in Abertseas. It was at his feet, unfortunately. Now he has about 2 or 3 to beat. He might have got one in the back here, I think. Umpires picked that out. So it will be a free kick to Abertseas, and he's about 45 from goal on a 45-degree angle. And no better time than now for Heathmont just to steady things back up, because Park Orchards, that last goal to Prozenak, have turned up the heat even more.
If you're a Heathmont player, this is where you want to kick a goal from, right in front of the 300 club, the faithful. They'll get right around you.
So here comes Abertseas now with a shocking kick off the boot. And
all they'll give it to you.
Indeed, that's right, BWS either way. The Moz works yet again, and the intercept mark there taken by Matt Haythorn for Park Orchards. And he switches play now to the scoreboard side. Marking target there, Roland. It's fisted over the top of him, and we'll get a ball up at the junction of the 50-metre arc and the boundary line.
Is that a deliberate ploy, Davo, to use one side of the ground? It seems both sides are using the outer side, or is it just coincidental?
I think it's coincidental, but it's annoying.
The ultimate cliche for the commentators goes there on top of the Moz on set shots as it's Heathmont who get the clearing kick away from the stoppage. That one falling short of Aberystwyth. He was second in line there. Well killed over the line by Campbell Crom. We'll get another throw in, this time in the right forward pocket for the Jets.
They're not getting any outside run, Heathmont, at the moment from their mids, so they need to start getting the ball outside a little bit more.
Time on in the first term. The Jets need an answer here. Aberystwyth, he went up in the ruck. He couldn't get it down in a clear knockout to his fellow teammate in Davey Knowles, and the umpire comes in to restart it again. This time it's Chappell that gets a knockdown Soupy. Aberystwyth was right there to lay that tackle on Jared Bayliss, the playing coach, and once again another restart.
Uncontested possessions 39-17 in favour of Park Orchards.
Thanks to Choose Tap, it is delicious. Snap around the body this time by Galings out towards the wing position, but it's chopped off there by Alistair Knutson. He'll look to square things up here. Kick to centre half forward. It's a beautiful looking kick to Knowles, who almost ripped it in with the one hand. In the end, they were able to mop up here, the Sharks. Here's Bayliss this way, that way. Sold a little bit of candy and a handy bit as well as he kicked it out towards a half forward line for his side, but nobody was home. Nicely chopped off there by Spurns of the Dillon variety. Got the kick away, and now once again that far side looking for David Knowles. It was knocked away from him close to the boundary line there, and over the boundary line she goes.
Did everything right there, didn't
Ryan Young, who's going to hand it back to the umpire, who's going to actually bounce this. It just happened inside the play. Sorry to cut you off there, Damo.
Oh, all good.
Just trying to correct myself there. As it comes in here, Folks got the handball away. Pye has come in and said no, a little bit of a holding or push, or even it may have even been a throw. It was all happening a little bit too fast for my eyes.
Got Knowles roll up, that's for sure.
Even though I have got 4 eyes, it's still still tough to see.
5 if you include the monitor.
Hey, the monitor's a secret, David.
Imaginary monitor.
Throws it in. 22 and a half minutes gone, 2-1-13 Park Orchards. It's okay, mate. It gets brought up every week. I'm only stirring.
I actually thought it was the races on. I thought he was laying bets.
I got different tabs to click on at different times here, Davo. So Heathmont, it's in time on. They need to get a score. The kick goes up there to Aberystwyth. Came out, picked up there by Jonathan Knutson. That's a brilliant step around the body. That is the first Vibromania goal of the day contender. Mark that down in your Eastern footballer. And a fantastic goal there for the Heathmont Football Club. One that they definitely needed. They'd gone 22 minutes without a goal, and now they find themselves only trailing by 7 points.
And look, that's where the frustration comes in. They've controlled the game, Park Orchards. The ball goes down there. I think that's where the matchup's going to be so interesting here with Bayliss and Knutson, because of the fact that, you know, one can really hurt you one way and the other will hurt you the other.
Okay, so the goal that Heathmont desperately needed there as we tick into the 24th minute of the opening term. Margin back to 7 points. On the restart, we didn't get much action from the centre throw-up, so we'll do it all again. Players falling over all of this. Tom Ferrer involved, Brent English involved as well. And we'll get another ball up as we'll now cross down to boundary.
The Heathmont has really settled down now, and they're actually manning up well and just stopped that run and throw from Park Orchards.
Thank you, Esmond Aponzo, as we get a third ball up here in the space of about 30 seconds. English the last to be up with the footy. So involved there, Naina and Chappell. They've been going at it pretty much all quarter, the two main ruckmen. The kick forward there for Heathmont, cut off by Will Debney, but it was touched off the boot as he marked it. So they have to quickly get out of trouble here, the Sharks, and they do it with absolute aplomb. Haythorn involved there on a couple of chain handballs, and a short kick is good too. Nick Hanley with a diving mark has it, centre wing. Clubroom side here at HE Parker Reserve. The drive up forward inside 50. Off hands here. Wilson. Good handball to release a teammate there. Wiggins to pop up towards the square. Just missing the target there. Fisher was getting back to be front and centre. Didn't quite get it. Heathmont now. The blowtorch back on them. Fumbling there was Sheriff. Couldn't pick it up. Now gets a little bit of support and they might get away through here. Alistair Knudsen, handball there towards Pettigrew, and now they are out of danger, the Jets. They've done it very well here along the cricket net wing. Ball up towards right half forward. Aberdeen's happy to see that over the line in front of his opponent there in Campbell Crom. Good job there by Heathmont to escape the fire of what could have been another Park Orchards goal.
Yeah, I thought they worked really well then. Their hands and run were very, very clean, and that was a dangerous situation. They got it out well.
True centre wing position here at H.E. Parker. Savoury over the back though, was knocked down by Folk straight into the arms there of Nathan Wiggins. On the left boot up towards the half forward line, standing strong second bite, Dylan Spurns. Mr. Heathmont, there's no doubt about that. Wind around on the left boot now up towards centre half forward. The big fly had to go there by Brown. He overran the football, came out. Debney got the handball away in the middle. Now it's picked up there by Bayliss. Up on the left boot, up towards the cricket nets again. Bouncing football. Who's going to lead the race? It was Alistair Knudsen that time. He was dispossessed of the football. That was strong play there by Nicholson. Knudsen did extremely well. Got it to Spurns, got the handball back. Nicely chopped off there by Smead. He got the handball away. Now the Sharks go forward. The siren's gone. There's going to be no score, whichever way it will go. It went across the face of goal. It was going nowhere in the end, but it was a good build-up by the Park Orchards Football Club. It was a fast, high-tempo first term out here on EFL.